Today on All Caps. A special tribute to the strength and spirit of a nation. We're sitting down with hostage survivor Elia Cohen for an unforgettable story of endurance. Plus, the soldier who captured the heart of a country, Lieutenant Yonatan Ben Hamu, joins us to talk about resilience and his journey back to the spotlight. On the digital front lines, we're exposing the truth behind Greta Thunberg's latest protest and Dan Bilzerian's shocking bid for Congress. And in honor of Independence Day, we're counting down 5 massive Israeli achievements, from the skies over the Middle East to the Michelin-starred kitchens of Paris. It all starts right now.
Welcome back to All Caps. This is so good to see you all again. Ladies, it's a big week ahead of us, Independence Day, Memorial Day. But before we get into our interviews, let's dive in of what caught your eyes this week.
So this week, I saw a bunch of posts of people from Iran talking about CNN covering the Iran war. I want you to see, and then I'll talk about it.
So CNN's back in Iran.
Fairly good progress towards Tehran. It is a very, very long drive, though.
Which is interesting because my texts still haven't been delivered to my family members because there's a regime-imposed internet blackout. But CNN has been able to report from inside the country and has been allowed to send their footage out to a U.S. news network.
So the gas stations, there's no long lines as gas stations. Fuel seems readily available.
I think one of the reasons there aren't long lines at the gas stations is because, and I'm going out on a limb here, a lot of people are staying inside because the country's getting bombed.
All the shops are really well stocked, even with fresh things, like, for instance, fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, the shelves are probably pretty stocked because most people can't afford groceries right now.
You just don't see any sort of degree of panic anywhere.
Did you see the panic of the people who were getting shot at by the IRGC when they were chanting from the rooftops?
Iran didn't let anyone in except CNN.
Right.
They're the only one who had access.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you get access to a regime like that and you're reporting from there, you have to report under their conditions.
Yeah.
So what are you going to get? You're only going to get a distorted image of reality, right? Mm-hmm. So the question is why? Like, why would CNN work so hard to get access when it knows it can only show a distorted version of reality? That's what I kept asking myself. And, you know, I know that Christiane Amanpour, I know that Christiane Amanpour is very pro-regime to a point where Iranian people call her Ayatollah Amanpour. This is her nickname, yeah. But is it something broader in the network? It's something that I ask myself because CNN is an American channel.
Yeah.
So if an American channel is working so hard to get access, that he knows it's going to show something so distorted.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't the American people know that? I mean, the regime is calling death to America.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This is why Fox got established as a response to CNN, which became very radical, very to the left. And just, as a matter of fact, just a month ago, there was an incident in Judea and Samaria where CNN reporters came to provoke IDF soldiers. And as a result, the IDF soldiers were removed from duty. Their goal is just to show the radical, the left, the progressive, the anti-West.
I know that they're anti-Israel and anti-Jewish, but this is talking about American security. This is a regime that is calling death to America, and then you go and you broadcast under their condition. This is really dangerous to America. And this brings me to another point where everybody criticized Israel for not letting journalists come into Gaza. I mean, it's exactly the same thing. If we're going to let journalists come into Gaza, they're only going to work by the conditions of Hamas. So they're only going to show a distorted version of reality. So why would Israel want to have that?
Yeah. Exactly. Talking about people who criticize Israel, look what happened in Spain. They took a doll of Prime Minister Netanyahu and blew him up. Look. And if you think this is only symbolic, You all aware of the conduct of the Prime Minister in recent months, like criticizing Israel, blaming it for war crimes, violating international law, and even allowed Iran to receive components to their explosive materials. Really like this. And this is why we brought a war crime complaint against him in the International Criminal Court.
Wow. Nice.
We saw a couple of times that he allowed Iran to receive dual components that serve them in their missile industry. And we show the proof. We show that the news items showed it. We show the opposition criticizing the Prime Minister of Spain for doing it, for helping Iran. And you won't believe it, but Iran itself put stickers on their missiles thanking Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez from Spain for helping them.
I actually saw the head of the opposition in Spain talking about it and giving a really amazing speech about that. What are the consequences that can happen from a trial like that?
So we hope that the International Criminal Court will investigate, will bring into interrogation. Look, we know that the court can work speedily if he wants to go after someone. We saw it with Israel, issuing arrest warrants against them. So if he doesn't want to expose his biased image, just going after Israel, let him go and investigate this case, because war crimes go
What's
both
the
ways.
punishment for that?
Yeah, what can he get?
Arrest and prisoners.
Wow.
Arrest?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They see what's going on in Iran for the people of Iran. It looks like they are blind.
No, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't do.
They don't care.
They don't do anything. Iran is not a member in the International Criminal Court, so you can't bring any indictment. But Spain is.
What caught my eyes this week, it's a post of Mohammed Khadid. Can we see it for a second? Yes.
It's actually a funny video.
He basically posted this video and wrote the most moral army. And in the beginning, I didn't really understand what he's trying to say. If he's trying to say that the army is not moral because the soldier can dance, can express itself.
It's very homophobic. First of all, it's very homophobic.
Yeah.
And this is a good time for all the Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid fans to know that their family has a homophobic member.
Yeah, so he's trying to laugh at him because like he's gay, or what you're trying to say. For me, when I see him dancing, is just say a lot of more good things about the army, our army,
and about
Israel. Like our soldiers, they are not robots. They are human. They dance. They laugh. They can express themselves. And this is women and men with values. So what he's trying to say, like, what's your point? I think in this video, he exposed himself and his dark opinions.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm proud of this video. I'm proud of this country being inclusive. I'm proud that gay people can live here freely, and I'm proud that Palestinian gay people are escaping here. And if anyone is friends or a fan of Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid, this is the time to know that that ideology against Israel is homophobic and it's anti-inclusivity.
He's Palestinian. He called himself Palestinian, and it shows you what the Palestinian think or
of gay
people. And we all know that you cannot be a gay in Gaza. So it's just, I saw this video and I said, okay, you did a great job for exploring yourself. Yes,
for us.
yes.
We're proud of our Israeli soldiers. We're proud of the IDF. We salute the IDF, especially going into the Independence Day.
Yeah.
We're missing India today, unfortunately, but she is in March of the Living in Poland. However, she sent us a clip from there. Let's watch.
Today, we are at March of the Living in Poland. 7,000 of us are marching from Auschwitz to Birkenau side by side with our survivors. So it's an exciting and beautiful day. There are people here from all walks of life, Christians, Jews, and Muslims together. And I've even been able to speak to some of those people. Heidi, you are Syrian, non-Jewish, here in Auschwitz. Why are you marching today?
So basically what's really important is that a lot of people, specifically in Arabic-speaking countries, have no idea what happened on the Holocaust. there's complete denial, and there are a lot of people who are extremists who literally would celebrate somebody being killed and murdered because they're Jewish. So today we are in a delegation of different people from different Arab countries, imams, sheikhs, where they're coming and they're learning, and we're all basically showing our solidarity with the Jewish people. And never again is not just a word, it's a message where humanity has to win.
The reason we march is to remember the 6 million Jews who were brutally murdered by the Nazi killing machine, as well as the millions of others who died at the hands of the Nazis. Today, we march it in remembrance and filling this place with life, because the spirit of the Jewish people does not die.
As we approach Memorial Day and Independence Day, we want to focus on the people who define the Israeli spirit. Our first guest survived the unthinkable, a journey through captivity that most of us cannot even imagine. Please welcome hostage survivor Elia Cohen. Whoa, Elia, great to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. And it's so touching to see you a year and so after the captivity. So how has it been this past year?
First of all, thank you for bringing me. For me, it's so important to be here, to share my voice, to share the voice of October 7, of what happened, of what happened us. And as you know, there is a bad day and good days. Of course, most of the time I can smile and can go through, but what I think for me, it's for 8 months I released, but my friends were still there. So all the time here, I felt like I'm not alive, because I could see what my friends, what they saw in their eyes, what they go through right now. So for me, it was difficult. But for now, I'm so happy to be here, because now I say all my friends is home now.
So really, what drives you to speak about it for so long, over and over? Because it's not easy to talk about what you've been through. What is the engine behind it? What is your mission?
Of course, the idea that I can give strength to people and to understand that all what I went through, it's not for nothing. You understand? I can give people power to get through anything. So for me, it's zchut. And of course, when I released, I saw so many hate all over the world against the Jewish people. And it was hard for me, because I thought to myself, wow, I was 505 days in captivity, 50 meters underground, and they tortured me so much time. And now I get out after what they did to my country, to my people, and now people hate us. So all what was in my mind is just to get out and to share the story, to tell the truth. And me and Ziv call it to share the light, spare the light. So
do you see a lot of lies spread about you and your friends that have been in captivity?
You can't imagine.
Like what people say.
Wow. Me and Ziv went to Washington Square in New York with some influencer guy, and we found people. We did some program, like we went to Washington Square Garden, me and Ziv, and this guy found couples and asked him, what have you done if your partner were kidnapped? And most of the people try to say, I will do everything, I will do everything and all this. And then he told them, I want to bring couple and explain the story. And then we started to talk. And when I talked with them about what happened to me, they told me, all this happened on October 7. And I said, of course, yes. They told me, I never heard about this.
Wow.
Like we think on October 7, Israel attacked Gaza, attacked Hamas, and that's it. And I said, of course, no. You haven't heard about Nova Music Festival, about what happened in the kibbutz. And I changed people's mind. And for me, it's amazing. It's all what I want in my life now, because I can share the truth, and I can show people the light. And for me,
this is so terrible, because we keep speaking about those people, the October 8 people, right? The people that experienced October 7 and day after started protesting about what happened. But here you're saying people are not even aware of what happened on October 7.
They don't know. They don't know.
Elia, you said earlier today that you didn't know English before captivity, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you have really good English.
Thank you.
Who taught you?
So of course I improved it when I released, but I didn't know one word in English before October 7. I haven't been in school or something like this. And when we arrived to the tunnels, I met Hirsch Goldberg Polin. We kidnapped together, but we didn't know each other. And I met him, and before he left, he gave me a book in English. And I looked at the book, and I told him, bro, what should I do with the book? I don't know one word in English. And he told me, Elia, just keep it. You don't know how much time you will be here. And passed months after months, and the situation was hard. And I understood that I have nothing to do, and I have to pass the time, to waste the time. So I started to read a book.
No.
Wow.
For the first time, I didn't understand nothing. But I look at the hostages who held with me, with Or Levy and Eli Sharabi, and I told them, can you teach me English? And they told me, of course, yes, we have all the time in the world. So every word that I didn't know, they taught me, and I grew the vocabulary, and I started to understand how it worked the times.
Wow.
That's so amazing. This week it's been reported that the terrorist who take a part in your kidnapping, he's been eliminated. Does that give you any kind of comfort or like closure for you?
Of course, it's close circle. Of course, not for me, for all the people from the shelter. You just can't imagine those people. They probably murdered Ziv nephew and his girlfriend.
What about Hirsch?
No, Hirsch, but they kidnapped Hirsch.
Yeah.
They probably didn't kill him, but they killed 19 people in the shelter, and they kidnapped me. So for me, of course, it's close circle.
Personal, right?
Of
Do you
course
remember
it's
the
personal.
faces? Do you remember the...
Yes, those people can't live like normal people in ordinary life.
You're here with casts on your leg after an operation, I assume. Why did you do the operation and why now?
So I had bullet in my leg during the attack. One of the terrorists, after they throw a lot of grenade, they throw RPG inside the shelter. One of the terrorists came inside it and shot many bullets to all direction, and I got shot in my leg. And you can guess no one treated me in Gaza.
Wow.
And when I released,
Did you get infected?
a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot. And when I get infected, they were so scary to take me inside it.
In a hospital?
They felt scared, to take me to the hospital because they're afraid that the innocent people will kill me. So they started to do things, and I did a lot of disgusting surgery with my leg. My leg went through a lot of bad days.
Wow.
And when I released, so the doctor told me, you have to do surgery right now. And I said, I don't want to do that now. I even didn't see the sky. There are so many things that I want to do before I do something like this, because they told me the recovery is for 3 months. And I said, I don't want to be like 3 months like this. I just released. And I took 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks to do the situation, and the part B of the deal didn't come. And I felt so guilty to do some surgery.
Wow.
Because I knew to see what my friends going through right now. I know how it look like, how they are sitting.
You could imagine like what they're going
in
through.
the tunnel, what they eat, everything. And I said, how can I do some surgery? I cannot do surgery while my friends is there.
That was dangerous for you to keep the bullet in your leg?
It was.
Wow.
But I didn't think about this. I just think about bring them home, because for me it was hard.
After speaking for so long, what is still the hardest part to talk about from what you've been through?
I think the hardest thing is the starve, because I could deal with, I promise you, we could deal with everything. I believe that person that in bad situation, God put him there because he know that he can deal with it.
Wow.
But nothing prepared us to deal with the starve. We could deal with
Starvation, really? Starvation is the hardest?
The starvation was really hard. And when I try to explain how the starve was, I can compare it just to Yom Kippur. Because in Yom Kippur we fast 24 hours, but then we eat our meal and we continue for our life. But for us it was different, because you can imagine after 24 hours we got just pita bread, we divide it for 4 quarters,
Wow.
and that's it. And again, 24 hours day by day, week by week, months by months, and we started to see our bones, and you couldn't move, you couldn't talk. It's really hard. The chains on the leg, it's hard, but it's not pain you in your bones, in your life.
Have you gone through humiliation, other type of torture?
Of course, yes. You know, they are not Switzerland people.
They're not from Sicily.
Yeah, they are not from Switzerland. For them, it was an honor to humiliate us and to torture us. And they came every night to laugh on us. They 5 times a day came to our room and scream Allahu Akbar just to check us on if we are not asleep. They put a lot of LED on the wall because they didn't want us to sleep. They gave us just 1 curse a day. And when I say curse, it's 1 pita for 4 of us. They chained us with heavy iron chains, one to another, so we couldn't move. We couldn't move. We couldn't go to the restroom. They did a lot of things. The violence was hard. They came to beat us almost every day.
Wow.
So the situation is really hard there, and they enjoy it. A lot of people saw me on Instagram and Facebook and saw me smile and told me, "Wow, Elia, you look good. You look smile. You fat." Now,
You filled up, you look healthy.
I said, you really don't, or you just see 1 picture for my day.
Yeah.
You really don't know what I'm going through when I go to sleep.
So it's with you with you every day.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been like really hard to deal with this, and I hope you have a good therapist. But in the last 1 year and 2 months, you wrote a book which was really successful, and you proposed to your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally.
She was waiting for you.
No one knows, but I bought a ring for October 7 to propose her.
Before October?
Wow.
In Israel, it's really familiar.
That you buy
But
the
I don't
ring.
know if all over the world know that. Before October 7, I bought a ring to propose her, and I had ticket flight to Dubai. And I kidnapped on Saturday, and in Sunday, I had to go to bring it.
To bring the ticket.
to
Oh,
bring
wow.
For me, she is the biggest miracle in the world.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know her story, but she was with me in the shelter. We were together. We said goodbye to each other. When the grenade exploded, we say, I love you, and she told me, I love you too. And our story began when she lost consciousness in the shelter. And actually, they threw a lot of grenades, and I saw a lot of dead bodies. And I told to myself, I have to survive. I have to do something. And I took dead bodies, and I covered me and her to hide from the shards. And the last thing I saw before being taken to Gaza, it was one of the terrorists. He went back to the shelter to make sure that no one was left alive. So he shot many bullets in all directions. But my miracle was, because she lost consciousness, so he thought she died. So he didn't shot her.
Wow.
And she survived. And I didn't know if she's alive or not.
The whole time?
The whole time. Because what chance she had to survive? He shot probably 200 bullets.
Wow.
And seeing her when you come back, it's...
Wow.
Wow.
It was
So when are you getting married?
Are you going to be able to stand?
August.
Are you going
And
to
how the
stand
preparations
in the
are
chuppah?
going.
Are you going to be able to stand?
I wish.
You will.
I wish. I really want.
Well, we
You
wish you an amazing wedding, and that you're going to stand in the chuppah and break the glass,
Thank you, man.
and keep spreading the light, and keep spreading the truth. And wow,
You're
so
a hero.
Bring a lot of kids.
You're a hero.
And bring a lot of-
We want 6.
This is our answer for the
6 like
hate.
me.
exactly, bring a lot of kids, and wow, you're a hero. You're an absolute
Thank you
hero.
very much.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for coming
coming.
here.
Now we're moving to another story of incredible resilience. He lost a leg in Gaza, but he never lost his spark. In fact, he's become a symbol of hope for an entire generation. Joining us now is Lieutenant Yonatan Ben Hamu.
Hi.
Yonatan, thank you for coming.
Thank
so
you
much.
for coming.
Let's see one thing.
Lieutenant Jonathan Ben Hamu, who lost a leg in Gaza and continued to fight. These are the soldiers of Israel unbowed, undaunted, unafraid.
Wow, what an amazing piece. Oh my gosh.
It was such an exciting moment. I remember watching this live, and I was so proud of you and started crying. And Yonatan, you've been injured in the first week of the war in Gaza Strip. Can you tell us a little bit what happened there in that moment? Can you remember, like?
Yeah, of course. So I was a combat engineering officer, a commander, and I got hit by RPG missile in Gaza. The first miracle is when the RPG hit my leg, but below my legs was box of grenades, and above is my body.
Oh wow!
So this is the best location to get injured for me. And also, after 5 minutes, I got decision. I decided to jump from the D9, and then 5 minutes later, the D9 blew up.
Wow!
And then my unit come to rescue me and my soldier to Be'eri. He took me and my soldier to Be'eri with the tanks, and then an helicopter to Soroka Hospital. And they asked me, "What do you want to do with your leg?" I said, I don't know, do whatever you want. You are the professional guy. And then I woke up from the surgery and I asked my mother, what's happened? And she said, you are a big hero, we love you. You know, all the sentence. And I asked her, it's okay. I told her it's okay, but what's happened to my body? I don't feel nothing. She said, don't worry, you lost your leg, but there are a lot of solutions. I said, okay. When I saw my mother and I asked her, where is my leg? She said, the rabbi of the hospital take the leg and, put it in a grave of, grave of limbs. I told her, no, stop, cancel the contract. I want my leg back. And a lot of people, and the doctors and people came to ask me for what?
Why didn't you have your leg back?
Yes.
Wait,
so I told them, I want to take the leg and buy a grave in my city, Ashkelon. And put the leg into the grave.
And waiting for me.
And then, after I will finish my life, I will be there. And after Tchiat HaMetim, I will wake up.
You want the buff leg.
I will wake up.
But listen,
full body.
You're sitting here. I don't see you don't have a leg.
You can see.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So did you get the leg back?
Wow.
Wow.
Did you get the leg? So where is it stored?
In Ashkelon.
In the grave?
Yeah,
Did you go to visit?
No. But I have a property. I have a real estate, good real estate in Israel.
So you bought a grave in Ashkelon to put your leg in case.
Oh my God.
In case you'll come back from the dead.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You'll be full body. That's amazing for someone who's doing so well without a leg.
Yeah, because also I asked a lot of people who lost their limbs, and they said no, we didn't. We didn't bought a grave. We didn't buy a grave.
But why do you need your leg in the next life if you're doing so well without one in this life?
No, it's not.
Not only you're doing so great, you're helping other war wounded, and even thinking of building and initiating a prosthetic center.
Yeah, this is also a big story, and it started when I was in the hospital, in the Sheba hospital, after I got injured and I was in the hospital. So after 3 months, for me, I finished the recovery, and now it was the moment to get a new prosthetic. So in Israel, you can go to prosthetic clinic by the Ministry of Defense, and they get you a new prosthetic. And I got this prosthetic, and I work on it in the hospital, and I felt a lot of pain, a lot. Uh-huh. And I asked the doctors, what we gonna do in 2024, and what I gonna do? And they said, you have to come for the rehabilitation, for physiotherapy, and it takes time, and that's it. You are a strong guy, so this is your life.
You thought it could be better.
Yes.
How did you know?
I didn't know. I said, okay, that's what they said. Okay. But I got them another miracle a lot of people came to visit the soldiers, the wounded soldiers in the hospital, and a lot of American people and all over the world.
Wow.
Good Jewish people. I saw the Jewish nation that I fought, not only for my country, for Israel. I fought for all the Jewish nation in the world.
Wow.
So one of the people is a good guy from New York, from Brooklyn, and he visited me, and they saw me with unbelievable inspiration, big smile, and was so happy. And I had a T-shirt of New York Knicks. Mm. And he asked me, do you love NBA? Do you love New York Knicks? I said, yes, of course. He said, give me your number, take my number, and I want to invite you for NBA game.
Oh, wow.
And then I went to New York, and I watched the game. They lost, but
so typical.
Yeah. But 6 days later, my friend from the training in the army called me and told me, listen, my cousin is one of the best surgeons of nerves in New York, in the United States. Let's go visit him. I said, for what? I'm going, in 4 days I will go back to Israel, and that's it. Mm-hmm. I will not cancel my flight. And the doctor, and also the doctors in Israel said, nothing
you can do.
Yes. And this doctor, Oren, in New York, called me and told me, listen, I want to see you.
Oren is Israeli?
Yes, he's a Jewish guy. He served also in Golani.
Oh,
wow. Born in New York, and then he came to...
like a true Zionist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I met this guy, and he said, I don't understand why you feel a lot of pain and you couldn't work for more than 2 minutes. You have to run marathon. I said, I don't know. And he said, come tomorrow to my office. I want to see all your documents. And then I met him in the office, and he said, I don't understand why they cut your leg but didn't connect your nerves to your muscles. Oh. Because the brain is like a computer, and the nerves, they are like electric lines. So if the lines are not connected to your muscle, it's called TMR surgery. So it's very pain because you have no neuron. It's open nerves, and you feel also phantom pain. So he said, don't worry, I want to do for you the surgery. Don't care about the money, don't care about nothing. And I'll do the surgery. And then I did the surgery for 12 hours. He fixed my nerves in the stump. And also, he fixed my nerves in the right leg because I had a lot of shrapnels on my nerves. He cut the nerves, and he bought nerves from people who die. From cadavers, and then he put it in my leg.
This is why you keep legs in reserve.
Yeah. And the story continued that I asked my friend from Israel, I need rehabilitation. And he connected me to a guy in New York, also he's owner of rehabilitation centers, and he said, come, I will do that for you for free. And also all the people are Jewish people. And a lot of people came to visit me in the rehabilitation in Long Island, in 5 towns. Yeah. And one of the guy came to me and told me, listen, I have a clinic of prosthetics. Come, I want to help you. I want to make you a new prosthetic for free. Jewish people also. And then I did that, I finished it, I went to the Congress because I took my car from Brooklyn, I went to the Congress for 5 hours drive, I go back, I started to walk, I played basketball, I said, it's unbelievable.
Already
with
there?
Yes. Wow. I played basketball, I started to walk, I started to a little bit run.
That's amazing.
I said, it's unbelievable, and I feel, I got a lot of miracles. A lot of people came to visit me in the hospital and said, listen, you got a lot of miracles. Maybe Hashem, maybe the God saved your life for a mission. I said, I don't know the mission. I don't see that. And after my story, the doctor came to me and told me, listen, if you have more, bring them. I want to help them. And also the owner of the rehabilitations said the same thing.
So they want to help more Israelis who got injured and lost their legs. That is
not only legs, nerves, whatever.
That's amazing.
Prosthetics, and then I connected the people, and I go back to Israel, and I found people who need help, wounded soldiers who need help. I go back to New York. I ask people to get help. You know, there are soldiers are waiting to go come here to get help. And they said, no, you know, I will give you $1,000 from my pocket. But if you need money, you have to open a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I will do, you know.
Nonprofit organization.
Amazing.
And I started a nonprofit organization in New York, and then.
So that's your mission.
And then I started to bring people, soldiers, wounded soldiers. I brought 20 soldiers from Israel to New York to get prosthetics, 11 soldiers for prosthetics, and the other for surgeries.
Wow.
I pay for the prosthetics. I pay. You know, the nonprofit organization pays for the prosthetics because the rules in Israel, but the surgeries, the Ministry of Defense pay for that, for the surgeries. And the next level mission, the long-term mission, it's very nice to bring people to New York. He said, the prosthetic guy told me it's very nice to bring people to New York to get prosthetics, but they will go back. They have to get adjustment every 4 or 6 months to change the socket.
Yeah.
I'll show you. The socket is what connected me to this prosthetics.
Okay.
And this is this is.
They have to change it every 6 weeks.
Yes, because it's fit. You know, on the stump, and you have to change it.
Because the stump is changing?
Yes, because the stump shrink and, you know,
the body changes, so they have to change.
So you fly them every 6 weeks?
No.
So you bring the doctors?
They come here.
No.
So what do you do?
So what?
No, the doctor of the prosthetic told me, listen, you bring the soldiers here. You know the system. I will teach you anything.
Wow.
What? Oh my
God. Go back
God.
to Israel and open a place like manufacturing of prosthetics in Israel.
Wow.
And I with more soldiers, I do that with more soldiers, and I open a clinic and manufacturing place in Israel to make the prosthetics here. And all the soldiers that I brought to New York, they don't need to go back and forth. I already do it now in Israel. And now I'm trying to make it, you know, bigger and bigger for all the wounded soldiers, all the wounded, the amputation people here in Israel. Because if for 12 people it's working good, and they want only this, so I think all the other people will.
Wow! What a great story!
Amazing!
What a mission, huh? Yeah. Now you know your mission.
Now I know the mission. Yeah.
It's amazing.
You recently got engaged.
Yes.
So, Mazel Tov, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're planning to break the cup?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, you can break anything.
But I have the right leg. I will break it.
Do you see it with the right leg? Yeah. Do you see it as like a part of what you call accomplishment, life, moving forward? This is your victory?
Yes. My vision and my victory, it's not only for me, it's for all the wounded soldiers in Israel. And the mission and what I'm trying to do for them and for me is when you got something bad, you lost your leg, you got injured, now the mission is to build your life, to build your family, to find a nice girl, to get married, you know, to find a job, because this is the life, you know.
Yeah.
This is the best
How you have
recovery.
You are so optimistic and full of joy. Where did you get this energy, like?
Where does it come from, that energy?
Yeah.
Did you grow like this? Your parents?
No, my father is Moroccan, but my mother from Netherlands, from Holland.
Really? Wow. Okay. So Netherlands people are happy people.
I have also passport of Netherlands, of Holland, and my family in Holland. Maybe they will watch the
show.
The show, and she is very strong. She is the
resilience.
The resilience in the family. You know, she's not cry. She's strong. She said, all we will be good. Don't worry. And another thing, I have big emunah. You know,
big faith.
Big faith. Yeah. So I believe God. I believe Hashem. Everything is איך אומרים? לטובה.
Everything's for good reason.
For good reason.
Amazing.
And yes.
Baruch
Wow.
Hashem. Wow.
We adhere you.
Super soldier, right?
Superhero, super soldier.
And another thing also, there are a lot of people that they feel bad. For example, people who got injured, they have, for example, who lost his leg in car accident.
Yeah.
So they shy, So I said, I'm not feel bad about it because I fought for my country, for the Jewish nation. So
It's a symbol of courage. It's not a symbol of pain. It's a symbol of courage.
Yeah. Wow.
Like I think they need to put your picture under the word resilience, right?
I told you I had a flag on my prosthetic, the Israeli flag, and I told people that when I walk on my prosthetics, every step, I feel a little bit pain, but not a lot. But I feel when I walk on my prosthetics, I remember every step for what I got injured, for this country, to protect all the Jewish nation, and before 80 years ago, 6 million people killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we can fight.
In the Holocaust.
And now we can fight.
Now we can fight.
Yeah.
And if it's only leg, okay, Baruch Hashem.
Yonatan Ben Hamu, we salute you.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Now we turn back to the digital battlefield for anti-Semitism and fake news. Today, we're looking at Greta Thunberg, who was caught protesting for prisoners who are actually convicted terrorists.
I used to like Greta when she was talking about something that she really understands, climate change. But now she become a spokesperson for Hamas. Yesterday, I searched on her Instagram, and the last time that she posted about climate change was in August 2024. Her post, obsessively, every day, is about Israel. And I ask myself, when justice becomes so selective that you call a terrorist who killed and attacked people prisoners?
Exactly. So she is protesting against the death penalty in Israel, but she doesn't protest against the death penalty in Iran. You know how many people were executed in Iran in 2026 alone? Between 100 to 500 people. In Saudi Arabia, 15 people. In Egypt, 15 people. And the list goes on and on and on. She doesn't care about death penalty. She cares only when it comes to Jews and Palestinians.
Can I say something? She doesn't look well. She looks like she's a tool. She looks like, sometimes I hear her speak and she looks like she's been manipulated and programmed. She doesn't look well.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like that wonder child that was talking about climate change. By the way, she doesn't know much. She didn't even know back then about climate change. She caused her viral videos, and this trend caused a major energy crisis in Europe because a lot of the things were not true. And there's an energy crisis to make electricity. But I think that she's not well. I think that it's like she's part of a cult and she's programmed. Something doesn't come off as genuine or honest.
Yeah.
To be honest, she reminds me the prince from Shrek, Lord Padawick, I think.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I saw.
She do look like unwell, but she's doing a lot of damage and for Israel. And you say she don't talk about what's going on in Iran to the people in Iran, and she don't talk about the war in Sudan. She don't talk about how many Nigerians that killed in the past few years, the Christian Nigerians that killed. Yeah, she don't really care. She just obsessively talk about Israel, and I think Yeah, well, I think somebody pay her.
And you know what? She doesn't
don't know.
even talk about the Palestinians themselves. She doesn't care about them, because how many Palestinians were executed by Hamas in Gaza in the past year?
Yes.
So Greta Thunberg, you are completely fake.
Yes.
And another fake is Dan Bilzerian, not just for his lies, but for his official run for Congress.
Israel's committed, so many terrorist attacks. They're stealing land right now. They're operating apartheid. They're currently committing a genocide on Palestinians.
The part I question, where people who are Jewish can't stand when I say this, I don't know how you, Netanyahu, claim you have the best intelligence in the world, Mossad, and you didn't know that on October 7th they're attacking.
They knew about it. They didn't. They wanted it to happen, so they had a reason to take that. Yeah, they wanted a reason to take the land.
I totally get it.
And they killed their own citizens. And they claimed that all these people got raped. That was bullshit. They claimed beheaded babies. That was bullshit. Everything that they said was a fucking complete. Not only was it a lie, but they committed all those atrocities themselves to the Palestinians and been caught doing it. In fact, they just got caught gang raping Palestinians. How many babies have they killed? All the things that they accuse the Palestinians of, or Hamas of, or whatever, they're guilty of 100-fold themselves.
Wow. Nitana, can you please sue this guy?
I don't know if you can sue him, but he's so dangerous. He's running against Randy Fine, a Jewish guy with a kippah from Florida. And he's receiving a lot of support.
Really? Even in Florida? But isn't Florida...
Did he like American? Did he can run for Congress? I'm not sure about it.
He was born in the United States, but you're right, he's Armenian. And you know what's interesting? When he denies the Holocaust and he denies October 7 and he say it didn't happen, what does he say about the Armenian genocide?
Yeah.
What does he say about the Armenian Holocaust that happened with Turkey? Does he deny this too?
Does he really have a lot of followers?
Yes, 30 million
No, but do you think he has a chance in Congress?
No. I think...
We don't know.
I think Dan Bilzerian, he's a loser with ridiculous haircut who tried to look like cool. I'm serious.
Well, if Dan...
He presents himself as a successful businessman when in reality, none of his business are successful. All of them are like fail and this like extravaganza promo that he need. He spent all of the money, so he have no money left. So what you do when you don't have money?
Run to politics.
Yes, and also you start to talk about Israel.
Let's say if Dan Bilzerian is on your side, then you're definitely wrong. And it's a compliment that he's against us and not for us.
Yeah.
And it's a pattern. Everyone who is really well known at some point and lose their money, lose their business, somehow turn on Israel. And somehow the money flows back in.
Well,
it's a pattern.
Hope you lose. That's all we can say. The misinformation never stops, but today we are choosing to end with Israeli pride. In honor of Independence Day, we are highlighting 5 massive achievements from the past year that prove Israel is unstoppable. Air superiority, the IFF unprecedented dominance in our skies. We saw it in the Iran war. Unbelievable strikes, thousands of Israeli pilots just going free openly on open skies of Iran and just destroying it. Danny Avdia, representing us at the highest level of the NBA.
Wow, he's such a star. He's one of the biggest stars of the NBA right now. He just scored, the only Israeli
that got into the playoffs.
Yes, he scored like 41 points in one game. And he's fashionista. He has such a great style, right?
God. And he's not even using a stylist. His style is amazing.
He's amazing.
Michelin excellence. Israeli chefs taking over the culinary world in Paris.
Saf Granit, right?
Yes, Saf Granit.
With all the hate you have in Paris towards the Jewish people, he's still killing it, and that is such an amazing accomplishment.
We want invitation for the restaurant.
The Wiz exit, the largest tech exit in Israeli history, $32 billion.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
What you do with the with this kind of money, like when you get in one day, like?
Well, you buy a channel.
A channel, okay, but like, what you do with that? Like, with the thought that you can go on the street and buy anything that you want and do anything that you want.
The good news that these are incredible people, super smart people.
Yeah.
And if anyone should have money, it's people like them.
Yeah, I agree.
They're going to do great.
The stock market, the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange hitting an all-time high. You know what's common to all these achievements is not the technology, which is amazing, not the superiority, which is unbelievable, not the billions of dollars, it's the Israeli spirit. Because look at all these individuals, different individuals. Asaf Granit came from I don't know where, the head of Wiz. All these people don't have a common background, but yet they thrived. They got up. They believed in something. They had a vision, and they made it real. And this is the Israeli spirit. And this is the Independence Day that we are celebrating.
Survival mode makes you unbelievable, definitely. And it's that combination between defense, cyber, and high tech that you can't beat Israel.
And a little bit of Israeli chutzpah.
A lot of it, I guess.
Before we conclude, what are your plans for the Independence Day?
I do a barbecue with the family.
Yeah, how do we, you know, in Israel, we don't say barbecue, we say ala-esh, on the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the difference between ala-esh and barbecue is that barbecue you do with your shirt on.
We also do a barbecue, but we do a barbecue. My husband is American. It's an American style.
Yeah.
He does it, of course.
Yeah.
One time a year that he can cook.
Do you really?
But one of the kids, maybe. But because if you meet her husband, it doesn't look like someone that will stand and do that.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. When you teach them right, they do it.
Take it with me.
Ladies, thank you for one great show again. And to all of you at home, thank you for being with us. Stay safe, stay proud. And we will see you next time in all caps.